It's Tuesday, August 14th. Welcome once again to Pastor Bob Daily. Brendan, my friend on Facebook, says, "What is the best way to handle self-righteous Christians? These are saved people who are constantly judging other people and putting down other people who are struggling with their faith. I would like to put these people in their place, but that would not be a Christ-like response. I pray for these people, but that just doesn't seem to be enough. What else can I do?" Brendan, I have a confession to make. I am one of those self-righteous people. And I think you are too. You know, this is the difficult thing. All of us in one area or another tend to be a little self-righteous. Some people are a lot self-righteous. But let's talk about where it comes from first. You know, one of the biggest challenges for me in my ministry and in my life in general has been getting along with other Christians. I hate to say that, but you know, in 40 years now, being involved in pioneering Christian rock and roll, and just because of the way I look and the people that I work with, I'm under a lot of criticism a lot of the time. And you know, it's never from non-Christians. It's always from Christians. The people that are supposed to at least ask me questions about what's going on with me, or at least get to know me a little bit before they judge me, but that doesn't happen. And, you know, I understand that people are self-righteous, and I understand that when they're self-righteous with me, I have a tendency to be a little self-righteous right back. You know what I'm saying? Where does this come from? You know, after working with so many people who I believe are self-righteous, I think there's one word that probably sums up those people that I've known that have been self-righteous, and that word is insecure. Seriously. You know, I get the most upset with other people when they're doing the same things that I'm struggling with. Yeah. You don't think about that, do you? And yet it's really true. You know, there are those people that will stand and just condemn other people for some of the things they're doing. We've had preachers that have, used their finger and condemned people who are struggling with sexuality and, being, drinking too much and using drugs. And secretly they were struggling with those things themselves. And when the truth came out, they were actually involved with those very things. But they talked about it and they yelled about it as if they were free of it. Well, not everybody who's self-righteous in those areas is actually engaging in those kinds of sins, but sometimes they're the ones that are struggling with them the most. It's been my experience. Folks, when Jesus really sets us free, we feel the freedom. And instead of feeling self-righteous and pointing the finger at other people and getting angry at them, our response, honestly, is to feel compassion instead. Because we understand what it's like to go through it. And we understand what it's like to be forgiven. And folks, once you really are forgiven from the Lord, once you really feel that forgiveness, there's nothing like it. And you feel compassion as a result. So those people that are being really self-righteous, I just think they really need to get to the place where they feel forgiven, where they feel a connection with God, where they really feel God's compassion so they're able to give it to other people. And folks, once that happens, you're never the same again. So what do you do with self-righteous people? Well, you love them. You try to understand them, and you look for an opening to spend some time with them. You know, there are a lot of people out there who are self-righteous and feel like they need to be. And it's a cover-up. Sometimes it's a cover-up for bigotry. There are some people, honestly, that are very prejudiced against other people, and they use their faith as a means for prejudice. And there's a lot of people who hate other people groups in the name of the Lord, and it really doesn't come from God at all. You understand what I'm saying? So folks, it really is a need for more understanding and really a need for God's forgiveness. You see, that's the bottom line for everything. And once God forgives you and you understand that forgiveness, You're not self-righteous. You're compassionate. God bless you. Have a great day.